Assalamu alaikum. I am Sarish Afzal from Multan Public School and College for Boys and Girls. I hope you people are taking good care of yourself. I am here to discuss the topography of Pakistan, the first chapter of your syllabus 2059, the environment of Pakistan. Here we are starting with the chapter and making an effort for you people that by staying at home you can get maximum benefit from the efforts being made by your school. This chapter is much important as it connects different chapters of your syllabus. For example, topography is connected to agriculture, topography is connected to transportation, it is connected to climate, population, and so on. Let's start about the topography of Pakistan. Topography is basically a combination of two words. Topo means surface and graphy means study. So topography is the study and description of surface features of land, which includes both natural and artificial features. But in this chapter we will only study the natural topography of Pakistan. Pakistan can be divided into 6 major natural topographical areas. The first one is the northern mountains and northwestern mountains. The second one is the western mountains. The third one is the Balochistan Plateau. Fourth is Potwar Plateau and Salt Range. Fifth is the Indus Plain and sixth is the desert areas. Pakistan is divided in 6 natural topographical areas, which are the northern mountains and northwestern mountains, the western mountains, the Balochistan Plateau, Potwar Plateau and Salt Range, the Indus Plain and desert area. We need to understand 4 things about all these 6 regions. For example, relief, that how the land is of particular area, what is the climate, altitude and surface area. Natural drainage, पानी कहाँ से आ रहा है और कहाँ जा रहा है. Economic potential, that how a particular area is economically potential. What are the things or areas from which they can earn money? For example, if we talk about northern areas, they are contributing in Pakistan's economy through tourism, crafts and antique goods. See, we have land, we have natural resources, we have manpower, but as a developing country we face many problems. Our big city have a great potential to contribute in an economy, but still we have many problems. We have huge population, we have employment issues, we have political and social and financial issues too. Now we need to understand the relief features of the northern and northwestern mountains, that where and how is that placed. As the name shows, the northern and northwestern mountains are situated in the north and northwest of Pakistan. There are mountainous peaks which are snow covered, steep slopes, deep valleys and rock landscapes. We have 3 important ranges in northern and northwestern mountains: the Karakoram range, the Himalayas, the Hindu Kush. All 3 ranges are collectively known as the northern and northwestern mountains. The highest peak of Pakistan is K2 and its height is 8610 meters above the sea level. It is also the second highest peak of the world and situated in the Karakoram range. Rest are Naga Parbat, Tirchmir and so on. The average height of the mountains is 5000 to 6000 meters above sea level. There are 3 important glaciers of Pakistan situated in Karakoram ranges named Baltoro, Batura and Siachen. India shares border with us at Siachen. Now we have to study about natural drainage of northern and northwestern mountains, that how water comes and where water travels. Water comes from snowfall, rainfall and glaciers. When glacier melts, it forms springs, river and waterfalls. Tributaries of Indus River are fed by these glaciers. Economic potential means that how people are earning over there. The people of northern mountains are contributing to the economy through tourism, through agriculture, like they are providing dry fruits, they are mining precious gems, We are sharing international border with China over there. Silk Route, which is also called Shahrai Karakoram. There are also some small industries over there which are producing some handmade things and crafts like embroidered bags, embroidered shoes, embroidered clothes, shawls and so on. These areas have potential to generate hydroelectricity as see, we have natural resources, we have economic potential, but we have some problems too. There is no infrastructure over there, no networks of roads, no hospitals, no schools, no universities and so on. There are some weathering issues too. Half of the year roads are blocked due to landsliding. There are some environmental issues like deforestation and lack of capital. We have no finances, we have no money to invest to build up dams to store water and generate hydroelectricity. Let's talk about the second important topographical region of Pakistan, the Indus Plain. Indus River and its tributaries drain the Indus Plain, located most of the Punjab and central part of Sindh. Let's discuss the relief features of Indus Plain. We have active floodplains over there. It flooded almost every year. Then we have old floodplains. They only flooded when there is heavy monsoon rainfall. Then we have alluvial terraces. The surface of alluvial terraces is flat. They are ideal for agriculture but with the help of irrigation facilities. Means we cannot rely only on rainfall. Then we have a delta. It is located to the south of Thatha and to the east of Karachi. It is a triangular shaped area from where the river Indus flows into the Arabian Sea. Population is low over there. Agriculture is limited due to swampy land covered with seawater. Definitely we have monsoon rainfall in the Indus Plain which fed the river Indus and its tributaries. We have artificial irrigation system too which irrigates the crops when there is no or less rainfall. As we have discussed before that Indus Plain is considered best for agriculture. Then we have industries over there because of steady supply of raw material, electricity, irrigation system and good network of roads. Last but not least, the infrastructure. We have railway tracks, airports and ports for import-export, good road network, somehow skilled and educated manforce which are ultimately contributed in an economy. Yes, we face many problems too. Due to lack of dams, we cannot store water and it floods every year. We have load shedding issues, strikes and other political and financial issues too. Let's talk about the desert areas of Pakistan. Desert areas in Pakistan are located at three places: the Thar Desert, the Thar Desert and the Haran Desert. The Thar Desert is further divided into Cholistan, Nara Desert and Thar Parker Desert. The relief features of desert areas are that these are barren, there is no vegetation due to lack of water and sand dunes everywhere which move from one place to another place with the pressure of wind. Let's discuss about the drainage features of desert areas. There is lack of rainfall, or we can say that in some places there is no rainfall or very less rainfall. There is no sufficient supply of water over there. Yes, desert areas have potential to contribute in an economy. These areas are rich in mineral. People over there are nomadic and they move from one place to another place along with their livestock, animals in search of water. Desert areas have some problems too. Due to extreme weather and lack of water, people do not prefer to settle over there. Government cannot set up railway tracks, roads, industries and so on. It's all from my side. Now it's your turn. You have to do reading of your book chapter number 1 and follow the homework and write the question answers on your notebook. Till then, Allah Hafiz.